Hello guys, this is Becca and I am here to do Toddler Tuesday with Miss Gidget. And the host of Toddler Tuesday is Renee at Renee's Reborns and her sister Sam at Reborn Love Babies. And they co-host this theme every Tuesday. They take turns picking the theme for, what did I say? Toddler Tuesday, not Theme Thursday, if that's what I said. Toddler Tuesday. I don't know if I said Theme Thursday. Guys, I don't know. Anyway, I decided to bring Miss Gidget on for the theme today. She is one of my sweet little toddlers. She is an Amazon baby, and I think she is just gorgeous. The theme for Toddler Tuesday is Under the Sea, or Things at the Sea. And the alternative theme, if you don't have something, for the first theme, then it can be the colors of the sea. Well, I have searched and searched for something that this little girl could wear in her size that had something that would work for the theme Under the Sea or At the Sea, Creatures of the Sea, whatever. I couldn't find anything in her size. And I thought I wasn't going to find something for the alternative theme of the colors of the sea. So I finally did come across this aqua blue dress, and out in the sea and the ocean and the different bodies of water, you can find the colors aqua blue. Some places you can see the green colors, like a teal green, ocean green, ocean blue, whatever color you want to call it. And so I went with this aqua blue. She has a pretty little flower embroidered on the front of her dress, and it starts out in navy blue, then white, then yellow, then pink. The pink, I think, is a piece of material in the middle. I can't step in front of the camera, guys, sorry. Then the stem is embroidered in some leaves, and the green stem, a green leaf, and a yellow leaf. And then she has some little green flower bows on her buttocks of the dress. And I just she already had on the pink shoes and the pink hair barrette, so I didn't change that because she has pink in her dress. So I just left that on her. And she has some beautiful gray eyes that you could say was the color of the sea. It's kind of like a bluish grayish color. They're dark blue. And I think my baby is just gorgeous. And I wanted to say thank you so much to Renee and Sam for doing this theme. I'm so sorry about what y'all are going through right now. My prayers goes out to you and to your mother. Thank you so much for all you do. And if you need a break, don't you worry one bit about taking a break from doing the theme. We'll be right here when you get back. Just take care of yourselves and your mother, and spend a lot of quality time with her. Okay, that is pretty much it for Toddler Tuesday, for what I have for you for Toddler Tuesday. But I did want to kind of address something that Mandy from Mandy's Cuddlebug Nursery mentioned in one of her recent videos. She said we could either answer it on that video, or we can, do a video addressing the question. And I chose to go ahead and address it in today's Toddler Tuesday. I like to be able to explain myself, and I've never been good at taking what's in my head and putting it into words. And so I chose just to go ahead and do it on video. But what she mentioned and was asking us about was, does a doll collector ever get content and happy with their collection and stop collecting, and just satisfied with what they have, play with what they have, dress what they have, however you want to state it, whatever you do with your dolls, display them if that's all you do. Does a doll collector ever get content to the point that they no longer buy any more dolls, that they're satisfied with what they have? And she mentioned in her video that right now she was pretty content. She didn't really have a desire to buy any other dolls. She was happy with what she had, and she was just wondering, if anybody else ever got to that place. Well, in my personal opinion, right now, I am pretty content with my collection. I have some Ashton Drake dolls. I have some Paradise Galleries dolls. I have some Amazon dolls. I have a lot of reborns. I even just have some dolls. Like I recently purchased a doll from Macari, I believe it might have been eBay, of a dancing ballerina doll that I used to have. I mean, this is not the very doll I used to have, but I used to have one like her when I was a little kid growing up. And so I thought, just for nostalgia's sake, I would, just for memory and just for fun, that I would purchase her and have her, as a memory of a doll that I had when I was a child. So right now I can say I'm pretty content. And the only thing that I wish right now about my collection is I do have a few Paradise Galleries dolls that I would love to sell. You just kind of bind with some more than you do others, or your style of doll is, and all that. So you kind of get sometimes that you just want to kind of move on to another home. Not that you don't like them or think they're pretty or whatever. You just, maybe not your style, or you didn't bond with them, or something like that. That right at this point, that is all that I'm feeling right now, is that I wished I could sell those few dolls that I'm wanting to get rid of. But at this particular point, I don't feel any desire to add to my collection. But I do have to say that I don't believe that a doll collector will completely and fully get so content and so satisfied with their collection that they never collect another doll again, or never have a desire for another doll again. I mean, if you are a true doll collector, it's just in you. It's just in you. Have you ever heard of impulse buy? You know them aisles like at the grocery store, and they're at the checkout where you're standing in line to check out, and they have the racks on each side of you with items there. You know what that's for? That's for impulse buy. That's so you're standing there and you're looking at it. And before you know it, you've decided you need that candy bar. Or it might be a keychain hanging there. You need that keychain. That is just the perfect saying on there. That's impulse buy. They got you from you standing there looking at it, and all of a sudden you just say, well, that's what I need. And that's impulse buy. So I have purchased quite a few dolls on impulse buy, where I would see it and think, oh, I've got to have that doll. I've got to have it. And click on the buy button before I ever knew what I was doing. And then after it was all said and done, I'd look at it and I'd think, oh, look what I've just done. I should not have bought another doll. I did not need another doll. I did not have to have that doll. Impulse buy. Not only on impulse buy, but, you know, a new sculpt. New sculpt will come out. A new, you know, an artist will make a new sculpt, and it's got a different expression than any of the babies you have. And it's, you know, oh, that's just a gorgeous baby. I've got to have that baby. And even though at this point in time in my life that I am totally content right now with my collection, I'm sure that somewhere along the way I'm going to see a doll that's just going to pull at my heartstrings, and I'm going to want to buy it. Now, guys, I don't know if you are like me. You know, we call some people enablers or influencers, or, you know, where they share, and that's what, you know, that's what different companies, these online companies, they'll send free items to someone for them to share it on their channel, and, you know, that's influencers. And that company is using that person as an influencer because they know if they show that item and express excitement over that item, that somebody's going to see it and want it and purchase, you know, purchase one. So, you know, I have to admit, I am very much influenced by other people, by what they have. I go back and forth about my dolls and the brands of dolls that I have. You know, I watch someone that all they have is reborns. That's all they have. And, you know, they talk about the authenticity of it, and how real it is, and that's all they have in their collection, and how wonderful reborns are. And so I'm influenced by that. And I'll get to looking at my collection and I'll think, you know, I really do need to sell all these dolls that's not reborns. You know, I need to sell my Ashton Drake, my Paradise Galleries, my Amazon dolls. I need to just have reborns. You know, it'd just be nice just to have reborns. Well, I was influenced by that person, and it makes me dissatisfied with what I have. Or I will see someone that they just have just Amazon dolls because that's all they can afford, and even if they could afford it, they're thrifty type people, and they don't want to put out that big amount of money on a reborn doll, and their babies are just beautiful, just like this beautiful girl sitting here that's an Amazon baby. And that influences me. And I think, you know, I never think about getting rid of all of my reborns. That's never crossed my mind since I've started collecting. But it influences me in the direction of there's nothing wrong with having other brands. I've seen people that just had Paradise Galleries, and they were just so happy with just They just love Paradise Gallery dolls, and that's the only brand they had, and so that influences me. And I think, well, maybe I just need to buy some more Paradise Galleries. Yes, I am bad about being influenced by other people. And I feel like there's a lot of other people out there that's the same way. They may be just a handful that doesn't allow people to influence them. But most people are brought in or drawn in by being influenced by what other people say or other people have or how other people feel about things. And it can get us in a lot of trouble. It can get us in a lot of trouble. I have worried about what people think about me having dolls. My close immediate family, and you know, we are influenced, and that's, you know, the market knows that. The market knows that human beings are influenced. So I cannot say, even though at this particular point in time, I am totally and completely satisfied with my collection, except for the few that I would like to move out. But as far as having a desire to bring another one in at this point in time, I'm totally and completely satisfied with my babies. But I am human and I'm easily influenced. So I'm sure, I am totally sure that somewhere down the line, another baby's going to come up that I've never seen, that has an expression on its face that I don't have on any of the babies that I have at this point. And, you know, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I mean, like I said, I don't have any particular baby in mind or have a desire right at this moment to get another baby. But I do have quite a few reborns. I have quite a few Paradise Galleries. I have 2 or 3 Ashton Drakes. Now, Ashton Drake babies, I'm not downing them at all. And I've noticed that their recent babies are better. But they always made their babies' bodies so short. They use such a short body. And the hair that they use and different things, to me, the babies just wasn't cuddly. They just wasn't, basically, and like I said, if your thing is the Ashton Drake, by no means am I putting that company down. That was actually the first company that I purchased a baby from. I love Ashton Drake as far as that goes. I am very picky about the dolls that I get from Ashton Drake. I love their partial silicone dolls. I have 2. I had 3, sold 1. Because I was influenced that I had too many dolls. And I'll tell you about that in a minute, if I don't forget. But I find that their silicone, partial silicones are awesome. And then, guys, I don't want to get in the camera. Let me see. Let me see if I can just turn you around here, because I don't want to get in the camera. I'm a hot mess today. You see that little baby right there? Beach baby. She's an Ashton Drake. Look at that expression on that face. She is awesome. She is full vinyl, except for there's a little cloth at her joints and at her shoulders and where her legs connects to her body. I'm thinking that's to help her move better. She's not real cuddly because she's full vinyl, but she's awesome. Look at that expression. That is one beautiful baby. I love that baby. That's an Ashton Drake. And then I have my Louisa toddler. That is an Ashton Drake. And I have an older doll that I purchased from an individual. She is the Hanging with Hannah doll. And she is the older version, so she's not as, her body's not as well constructed and all that. Her head kind of looks maybe a little bit unproportioned from her body. She's one of the very first older toddler dolls that Ashton Drake made, but I love her. Matter of fact, I will turn the camera around. I hope I'm not making you too dizzy, but it's my Miss Chelsea right there. My little toddler Chelsea. I love her. She's Ashton Drake. This doll right here, Lucy, she's an 18-inch fashion type doll like the American girls. I love her. She's an Ashton Drake. I love Ashton Drake, but I have to be selective, or I am selective, because there's certain things I don't like, and so I try to make sure I get a doll that doesn't have my dislikes in it, if you know what I mean. But what I was going to say about selling one of my my partial silicone, Josie, honey, I do not regret selling Presley to you. I'm just telling you how I have been influenced in different areas of my life. About my dolls. I told you that I worry about having so many and what my family think and all that. Excuse me, I have been influenced by people on YouTube. Excuse me, guys. I'm still not over this mess. I'm feeling better, but I am very out of breath. My lungs feel, I live in the South. We live down here in the deep South, and the air is heavy here. It's full of humidity, and it's heavy. Well, when you go up to the mountains and like in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, and even, like you're going up into Coe's Cave where you're climbing even higher in altitude, the air gets thinner. It's not as heavy. It's not as thick. And I remember when the first time we went to Gatlinburg, my chest felt so heavy all the time because I wasn't used to that thin air. And I would get out of breath so easy. That's the way I feel. With this junk I got, that's the way I feel. I'm so sorry, guys. I may have to pause the video. But my chest feels heavy. I feel like the air is too thin, that I'm not getting enough oxygen. And therefore, when I talk a lot, I get out of breath. I get to where my voice don't want to come out. Then it causes me to get lightheaded because I'm not getting the oxygen I need. And I get weak. So as far as feeling sick, like sickly, like you're running a fever or something like that, I don't feel that type of sick. It's just that I feel lack of oxygen. I do use my CPAP machine, so I do have, extra help, extra air and all that, and I take my inhaler and stuff like that. But like talking so much, like on this video, and I'm talking so much here, it gets me out of breath and gets me to feeling heavy in my chest. But back to what I was saying, I have seen, watch videos where people only had, the person only had like maybe 3 or 4 dolls, and they said, that's all they could handle. They didn't want any more than that in their collection. If they got another doll, they would have to sell one they had. That it was just too overwhelming to have a lot of dolls. That influenced me. Not just this last time when I sold dolls, but just about every time I've ever sold a doll. That's kind of what influenced me, was seeing someone, and them talking about, how overwhelming it is. And I'm the type of person, I like to interact with every one of my dolls. I don't want them just sitting here. I like to rotate them. I like to be able to change every doll, and sometimes that gets overwhelming when you have that many. So I'll get to thinking, yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to pick out maybe 10 dolls and get rid of all the rest. We are people that are easily influenced. So I'm working on me. I'm trying my best to get where I won't let people influence me so bad in so many different areas, because I can't do like everybody else does. Don't ask me why I'm talking about all this. I don't know. Maybe I needed to hear it myself. So I'm saying it for myself. But, just thinking about the fact of being content with your collection and not wanting to buy anymore. I guess that's what got me off on it. Yeah, we can get content at a point and be satisfied, but somewhere down the line, unless you are one of those mighty odd people, somewhere down the line, we're going to be influenced again by another beautiful face, or something someone says, or whatever. We each have our own little things that influence us, where what influences me may not influence you. You may not care one bit what people think about how many dolls you have, where I let that bother me sometimes. You may be content with 1 or 2 dolls, and me not. Me want more. Every time I see another pretty face, I want it. We're all influenced differently, and we all have our own little things that we like and dislike. And we will go through a space that we're happy and we're content. We at that point, we don't want, anymore. But somewhere down the line, something's going to pop up that's going to influence us. I just feel like, I believe that. And there's too much proof about the marketing and how people set things out there in front of your eyes to influence you, because they know people are easily influenced. Easily influenced. All right, guys, I just wanted to answer that, or I guess you could say answer it, and maybe add my 2 cents to it. I'm sorry. 2 cents ain't worth much nowadays. So anyway, I just wanted to answer that question. Mandy, I hope you enjoyed what I had to say. I hope I haven't offended anybody. I didn't intend to. I love Ashton Drake. I love Paradise Galleries. I love Reborn. But guys, I love the Amazon dolls also. I hope that doesn't offend you. I have been influenced by that, thinking I shouldn't have them. And, I can understand where others are coming from. But I love my Amazon babies. And I've got to be me. I've got to do what I enjoy doing. You do what you enjoy doing. And I hope this hasn't been an offensive video. And I hope it didn't take away from Toddler Tuesday, because my little toddler right there, my little Gidget, is beautiful. And I sure don't want to take away from my little Gidget. And Thank you so much, Sam and Renee, for all that you do for us. Thank you for the themes that you put out there for us. Y'all take care. Um, I hope everyone has a great rest of your day, and I'm going to get off of here. Everyone be safe, and I will talk with you later. Bye. Got to show that beautiful face.